Once upon a time, in a bright and happy castle, lived a kind young princess named Snow White. She was so gentle and sweet that all the animals in the forest were her friends. Snow White loved her mother and father, the king and queen, very much. Her life was full of sunshine and gentle songs. One sunny afternoon, she was picking wildflowers in the meadow at the edge of the royal woods. She saw the most beautiful bluebird she had ever seen. It chirped a sweet song and fluttered into the trees. Just a little farther, she thought. She followed the bird past the tall oak trees and through a patch. The woods were not scary. They were just very deep and very. Soon, the little bird flew away. Snow White looked around, and she didn't know where she was. "Oh dear," she whispered. The sun was beginning to set. She wasn't scared. She just felt very tired, and she wished she had a cozy bed. Just then, through the trees, she saw a light. She walked a few more steps and found the most wonderful, strangest little cottage. She knocked gently on the tiny round door. "Hello? Is anyone home?" Inside, everything was small. There was a long wooden table and on the table were 7 tiny bowls full of delicious-smelling berry porridge. Snow White was so hungry, she took just one tiny sip from one bowl. She sighed. All that walking and the warm porridge made her eyes so heavy. "Just for a moment," she whispered. She found the softest, coziest one, lay down, and fell fast asleep.
A little while later, the owners of the cottage came home.
Their names were Dozy, Dreamy, Sleepy, Shh, Whisper, Yawn, and Kind.
They saw Snow White asleep in their bed.
Oh my! Shh! Said shh! We mustn't wake her.
She looks so tired, said Yawn, giving a big sleepy yawn.
Snow White slept all through the night. When she woke up, the sun was streaming in. She saw the 7 little guardians, all smiling shyly at her. "I'm so sorry. I was lost and so very sleepy."
That's quite all right, said Kind, the eldest. We saved you some breakfast.
"You must be hungry."
Just as they were finishing breakfast, there was a polite knock on the door.
It was a kind traveler, a guide from the king's court. He had been looking for the lost princess all night.
"Princess, your parents are so worried." Snow White was so happy. She turned and gave each of the 7 sleepy guardians a big hug. "Thank you," she said, "for keeping me safe."
The kind traveler guided Snow White safely back through the woods, all the way to her castle.
Her parents were overjoyed.
They invited the 7 sleepy guardians.
A wonderful and very quiet dinner at the castle to thank them for being so kind. Snow White was safe because the forest was full of kind and sleepy friends. 7 guardians, Dozy, Dreamy, Sleepy, Whisper, Yawn, and Kind. It makes you wonder, which of the 7 sleepy guardians was your favorite? Think about your favorite one. You get cozy in your own bed and drift off to sleep. Good night.